What if you could take Claude, plug it into your footage, and have it actually build the edit for you? I'm a documentary director and editor, and I built a tool that actually makes this possible. Right now, if you're using Claude in your video editing workflow, you're probably copying, pasting transcripts of your footage into a chat, and that can be really helpful for building out acts and story structures, but it's thinking of your footage in a vacuum. It can't see your footage, it can't hear your footage, and it definitely can't put clips onto your timeline, which is really the biggest part. So I built something that can. And this works for all different kinds of projects, not just documentary, but podcast cut downs, social media clips, YouTube video, the whole gamut. This is Threadline. It's an AI workspace for video editing that takes your raw footage and produces a first assembly that you can export directly into your NLE of choice, whatever that may be. It uses a bunch of different AI models, but primarily Claude. And so it really functions as this way to get Claude out of the chat and into something that you can work with for video editing. So here's what that looks like on a real project. I'm gonna open up a new project. This is where you come to upload your footage. And the really cool part is that you can actually put in a creative brief. So this is like a bit of a breakdown on the video that you want. Threadline goes through, processes everything, and builds out transcripts of each of your interviews. So I'm uploading in like 4 hours of interview footage from a real documentary project that I produced. And it's the sort of project where you'd spend ages just trying to find your story in the weeds of the footage and trying to link all the different threads together. Threadline, thus the name, makes it way easier. Now it's processed all our footage, we can go ahead and pick which of our sort of style videos that we're making. I would say this falls under the category of corporate documentary. This kind of just gives Threadline a little bit more background for the structure that you want, and then go ahead and click generate. Look at that, it made a video just with a click of a button, something that would take me days to do. It did, you know, in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It's completely changed the way that I've approached editing videos since I've made this tool, and it's really cool to see the people that are using it already are getting a ton of use out of it for cutting down their podcasts, for making social clips, for making YouTube videos. We have an additional AI chat where you can get in and continue to tweak the videos. So I can say, cut out a minute of this video, and it proposes edits and we can accept these. It's not just understanding the words, it actually starts to build a structure. So I really built this to maintain control for the editor throughout the whole process. When we were working with people in the early stages, they wanted to know that the best parts were pulled from all their footage. They wanted to still see all their footage, and they wanted to be able to make selects and use bins like they do in Premiere or whatever they're using. So you can still do all that in Threadline. Cut my finger on my freaking Joby tripod, man. Of course, the thing that we're all here for is that you can actually export this out to any of your NLEs, whether that's Premiere, Resolve, or Final Cut. You can also get transcripts and an SRT file for captions or whatever you need to do with that. And it's just that easy. We've built it to be simple, to be familiar to video editors, and just a way to get your project off the ground faster into something malleable that you continue to work with. So this is what AI can actually look like as something that's purpose-built for video production, not as a chat window that we've jury-rigged to make function for our purposes. Ultimately, all the creative and editorial decisions that are so important are still yours to make. Threadline just helps you get there so much faster. If you want to try Threadline out on your next project, there's a link in the description. It's free to try. You can get in there, and I'd love to hear what you think. If you're using AI anywhere in your workflow already, I'd genuinely love to know. Drop a comment. I'll reply to every single one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.